Hello Pisces, welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to dive right into your reading. For those of you who are subscribers, who comment, like, share these videos, I just want to say thank you. I deeply appreciate your support on my channel. For those of you who are new to the channel, I just want to say welcome, welcome. I would just ask that everyone keep in mind that these are general readings and we just take what resonates and we leave the rest, all right? So we're going to dive right in. Spirit, what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know right now? All right, Pisces, I'm going to tell you... Wow, Pisces, I'm going to tell you, I actually had started a recording before this. Well, I thought I had, but it wasn't recording. And your message, the cards that came out were a little bit different, but your message felt very much the same as this one does. So this is something that really wants to come out for you, Pisces. You have discipline, denial, and purpose. I was talking about in here how it's always hard to like go back, so I usually just try not to. I wipe the slate clean, but this is too close to the same thing. Pisces, there's some kind of energy here where what I'm getting is that, you know, there are people who really are living a very rigid life. You had like judgment, you had worry, you had pride. And it's like there are people who live kind of a rigid life. Like it has to be like this. It's black and it's white and it's like this and it has to be this way and da 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 da. And typically, Pisces, you're not really like that. You're a mutable water sign. You're more flexible. You know, you are free to change your mind and you're not afraid to change your mind. And what I was getting is like some kind of pushback or coming up against the adversity of people who are not like that. You know, when you are willing to admit that you're seeing something a different way than you once did, that kind of that hangman energy, well, it's like now that I look back on it, I can see it from a totally different perspective. When someone's super rigid, first of all, they don't do a whole lot of looking back because they were right then, they're right now, they'll always be right, right? Because it has to be that way. They can't accept anything else than that. So they don't look back. You know, if they're looking back, it's only to remind someone else how they were wrong. You know what I mean? So the energy here, it's just like sometimes because you are the way that you are flexible and free and you're true to yourself, not in a pride way, not in an ego way necessarily, but in a, you know, growth and expansion and, you know, kind of ethereal mindset where you can see more possibilities than a lot of times even other people can even see to begin with. That it can be confronting to those people who are, you know, not able to do that or lack the desire to do that, or, you know, I don't even know like how I really want to say it, but denial, you know, for some people, it's a way of life. For some people, it is a survival tool. And if I never admit that there could be a different way or that there is a different way or that, you know, I was standing on the side that lost or that I was wrong or that, you know, if I never go there, then it doesn't exist. And those people have a tendency to push their sort of opinions and ideas out onto other people and be like, I'm right, you know, and really deny that there could even be another way or another perspective. And Pisces, like with your purpose card here, it feels like, you know, unfortunately, when when you are mutable, and when you are free-spirited, and when you are true to yourself, and you are the pillar of consciousness in your own life, and you can accept that more than one thing can be true at the same time, and you know, you don't need to project your ideas and ideals out onto other people. Not to say that there are not Pisces that are like that. I mean, I'm not saying one is right and the other is wrong. I'm not judging or saying anything like that. I'm only saying that, you know, it's triggering for people who are very rigid to sometimes be around people who are very mutable, because it exposes their own rigidity, and it exposes that there are other opinions, other perspectives, and other ways of being and other ways of seeing things. And not that this is your sole purpose, and not that every Pisces is like this, but a lot of times the one who's willing to see the other perspective will be the one who sort of takes on the burden or the weight of the situation, just because they're willing to look at it, just because they're willing to say, oh, okay, that's your opinion, let me sort of look at it, let me sort of take it on, let me see where the validity is to that situation, you know, let me see if there's something from that I can learn from, or that, you know, could affect the way I'm seeing something, or the way that I am perceiving something. Let me just move this a little bit, you guys. Sorry about that. And especially those people are typically not going to take anything on. They're going to project. They project outward. I am right, and so therefore everything else falls into either it's right or it's wrong based on what I'm saying as the pillar of consciousness, not just for myself, but for everything. You know, there's only one right way. There can only be one right way. They tend to project, and so they don't carry the burden. They don't hold the weight. They just keep pushing it outward. And this discipline card is telling me, Pisces, don't take that on. That isn't yours. It's not your challenge. It isn't for you to carry, you know. And if you can look at it and you can say, okay, that's your perspective. Okay, this is my perspective. Okay, they're different. That's fine. And just sort of walk away from the experience. That's sort of the best thing. It's sort of understanding that it takes all kinds. Like, even if you look at this image, you see in this one, I get this image of pushing out, pushing out, pushing out. It's all outward, outward, outward kind of energy. And here it is, I am only strengthened by understanding all these different points of view. And here it is of, I can accept that all of these things can be true at the same time, and that I don't need to carry anybody else's weight. I don't need to, you know, take anything else on. All I have to know is where I stand, and that it is okay if everybody is standing in a different place. Like, I don't need it all to conform. I don't need it all to be one way. It's sort of, and see the peace card, and even look at the energy of that peace card. I don't know. I just can't really say for sure, but this is what's come out twice. And it may be that you are coming into contact with, or you are coming across people. This feels very angry. I'm just going to say that. It feels like a hot poker kind of energy. This and this are purple. That is the crown chakra energy. Your way of seeing things is it's a much higher level. Orange is the color of our sacral chakra, which is, you know, this creation and this giving birth and this pushing out kind of energy, right? And so it's kind of like, it's almost like saying, you know, I recognize you. I see what that is, but I come in peace and I leave in peace. Like, I don't know. I don't know what this is, but it feels like you may be coming across some people who are a bit inflamed, or who are really like wanting you to conform to their way, and and or to carry the burden for them of how they feel, or what they cannot accept, or what they will not accept about themselves, or what they will not face about themselves. And I feel like this is like a cold splash of water on that hot poker. Just a, okay, that's how you feel. Okay, that's fine. And just a like walking away sort of energy. So I don't know what that is about. It doesn't necessarily feel like it has anything to do with a love relationship. It feels more like, I'm not sure, people that you're coming across on a daily basis, maybe people that you work with, maybe friends, maybe family. I'm not sure. It's sort of like the way to put it out, the way to splash cold water on it is just to say, okay, you know, and to know that you are strengthened because you can listen to it, or you can hear it without it affecting you. I don't know. It takes the heat out of it. And that you can say, okay, it takes all kinds to make up this world, or it takes I don't know. Just take that intuitively, however you need. Wow, you guys got this card. The first time I was doing this with when it wasn't recording, you got joy expands your life. Yeah, Pisces, you are cloaked in this purple energy, this crown chakra high priestess energy. I don't know what this is. I feel like you guys are really in touch with your high priestess energy, and I do feel, you know, there are 12 zodiac signs for a reason. They are 12 perspectives of the same thing also. And your place in that is extremely important. The 12th house energy is extremely important. And it is highlighted by this, you know, intuitive, ethereal energy. And it feels like you're being really called upon for that at this time. So it's very powerful. I can feel it. I don't really know how to describe it. You have this remember your true self, and you know, this, I am feeling like the gifts of your true nature. There's a violin in this picture, which is like representative of music, which I do represent music with Pisces. I may have told you this, but I had a grandfather who was a Pisces who literally loved jazz music, and he liked it on a record. He had what he called a music room, and if you were ever in there, you had to be just totally quiet. But the sound that his speakers made, like everything, it was really amazing. Anyway, so I always associate music with Pisces, but there is this energy of, I am getting this energy of like an orchestra and everyone playing their instrument, and I am just getting this really strong energy of, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to just stay true to yourself, and you have to know that what you're tapped into is really important right now. I don't know what this is, but it feels like, yeah, I mean, you know what it feels like? It feels like I feel like you're the peacemaker right now. I don't know what that is, but it feels like there are a lot of, it's almost like prideful people or something like that, all vying or jockeying to win or to be on top. And you are marching to the beat of a completely different drummer, where you're not trying to win, and you know that there are no winners in whatever the situation is, and that no one's really rising to the top. It's like you're seeing it from a way higher level perspective, and in some way it's like you're being called upon to lead, or like you're being called upon to really play your music or add your part into the symphony, the greater symphony here. And there is something where you standing in your truth and you being your true self, yes, it is going to cost you. You are going to lose some people who are like this, but it says loss makes you whole. And that is true. When you lose something that isn't really in resonance with you, isn't in accordance with you, cannot, is not playing the same song you're playing or whatever, it allows you to sort of be yourself. This is getting so abstract, and it really is, because I can feel this so strongly, and I'm hoping that you are feeling it as well. But it is very, very, very hard for me to put into words, and it may be because I'm not a Pisces. Like, maybe a Pisces could sit here and go, and it's like this and like that, or, but I don't know. It's like, do not worry about the things that you are losing, or the things that will naturally sort of fall away from you when you're in this energy, when you are speaking your truth, or when you are playing loud here. You are unleashing your purpose, and you are expanding into realms of greater joy in this sort of triumphant world card like energy here of really, really, really truly connecting. And it's like by playing your role, by playing your part, by being you, by stepping up into your full situation here, whatever that is. All right. These cards are going to feel really funny after this beginning of your reading. Wow, Pisces, what do you have coming in here? All right, guys, you definitely have, I feel like, somebody coming in. For some of you, I am getting that this is your first experience with true love. Like, I don't know, but that's what I'm getting. And, it's interesting because this, following what we were just talking about, the more you are yourself and the more you are unashamedly or, kind of out there being you and not masking, not trying really hard to not offend people so as not to lose them. There is this energy of like, if you're going to try to insist on having your own way with me, I'm going to push back. Like, I'm not going to carry your weight. I'm going to hold a firm boundary here, and I'm not going to take on your stuff. If that works for you, that's wonderful. It takes all kinds to make up the world, but I'm not taking it at all. I don't want to get political here. This is not a political channel, but Ruth Bader Ginsburg was a Pisces. And this just keeps coming up. This is the energy that I feel. Maybe you all have an inner, very powerful voice. I mean, one of her quotes was, I'm gonna mess it up, but like, speak your truth even if your voice shakes. It's kind of that kind of energy here, Pisces. So I don't know. And I'm definitely not making a political statement, and I'm not exposing some kind of deep impartiality about anything. We all have our opinions, whatever. Okay. So anyway, there's just this energy of when you really do step into your truth and you really are operating on that level of, you know, I'm not trying to offend anyone, or I'm not trying to, you know, push my own agenda or anything like that, but I do have something valuable to add to the conversation. I do have something valuable, you know, a valuable role to play in this symphony kind of energy. And you're stepping into your truth, and you're really you know, unleashing your purpose and remembering your true self. You do attract people who are in alignment with your truth, with your authenticity, with your most resonant self, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting here, or like how this is going. This is the path this is taking. So for some of you, you may be meeting someone here. And it does feel, for some of you, this is actually like a first experience in love, like being loved for truly who you are. And it's kind of like, like not needing to carry it, not needing to go overboard to make it work, not needing to be the balancing aspect of it, but it's like two people drawn together out of commonality. Like, you know that feeling when you meet your best friend, or like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard the story of like Oprah and Gayle King and how they became best friends, or like, you know, any of these like kind of like best friend sort of stories. It's like, you know, you meet someone and you start talking and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm like that. I'm like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that too. Oh yeah. Oh, like I'm a little bit different that way, but you're basically the opposite. And that is so interesting to me because I've never thought about it from that perspective. That is so cool. And like, this is my perspective. And like, isn't that cool? And like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this, unfolding of like, wow, how two people could have be so step for step with each other, and then meet and just sort of uncover this entire thing. And that's how it sort of feels. You have this energy here with blocked, ghosted, no contact. What is going on? It feels like this is sort of like a past experience of like never really being sure of what's going on, or never really being sure of where something is leading, you know, getting ghosted, getting blocked, you know, kind of, you know what it feels like is like you're in a relationship and you assume that being in a relationship, if someone is going to break up with you or whatever, you know, you're at least going to have conversations. You're at least going to have some idea that it's coming, because there will be some opportunity to course correct things, you know, through communication. And it feels like that wasn't really happening in past relationships, or, you know, like there wasn't this desire to work on it or to figure it out. It was kind of like, oh no, this is it, breakup. And that's the energy I'm getting. And with this, it's like, it's different. It's like, and this can be a past person coming back. This could even be your first love that maybe is coming back around and you're getting another opportunity with it. But you're experiencing them in a completely different energy or a completely different way here. There is this energy though of such authenticity, like your authentic self meeting their authentic self, or like two authentic selves showing up at the same time here. So for some of you that could be a past person, but for others of you this is a brand new person who's showing up really as they are. And you know, you have this, what a feeling, I met someone I really like, you know, fun together, laughter, I love being with you, intimacy, I love you, I want you, I desire you, you know, we did it, we got married, love you. This is a connection that has the potential to build into, you know, something very serious. And it says regular dating, it's getting serious. Like this could be a very serious connection for you, Pisces. And it feels like it's stemming out of almost like you really showing up to life really with some strength, in your real, true, authentic energy. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, you guys. Let's dive in with the tarot, shall we? I cut the tip of my thumb last night. I was making salad and I actually cut it on the carrot peeler. Not that you needed all that information, but it hurts very bad to shuffle. All right, so hopefully that heals quickly. It's also very clumsy to shuffle with a Band-Aid on. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, I mean, soul purpose, like big time amplified energy here. You have the Star card with the Tower card. It's almost like you're coming into a moment of divine intervention. And yeah, some things are going to fall apart, but it is falling apart for your best interest. It literally says loss makes you whole. I feel that there are some relationships in your life here, Pisces, that aren't very sustainable or that require you to, my God, what is the word? Set aside yourself, you know, or, you know, water yourself down or dim your own light in order to exist inside there. And it feels like it's falling apart. It feels like that it just isn't possible anymore. It feels like your light, it's time for your light to shine really, really super bright right here, Pisces. And you know, this is bringing about your wish fulfillment. The first thing you have to do in order to let in your wish fulfillment is you have to make space for it. And I just keep getting that energy in this reading is like, nope, you got to clear the space for so that what you really want has space to be there. I'm getting like the most intense ringing in my right ear right now. Take that as it resonates. But this is something that is divine. The Tower is divine intervention. And with the Star card, this is something that's very much meant to be. You are exactly where you are meant to be right now, Pisces. Everything is unfolding exactly as it's supposed to. And if anything falls apart here, let it. It's this discipline card is not allowing yourself to be moved from your place of peace based on what is going on around you. This is you holding on to your own place of peace, your own voice, your own power, your own strength. No matter what. And no matter what falls apart, no matter what happens, you have the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and this feels like lower vibrational energies that may be trying to create drama or start some kind of conflict. Your star is rising, Pisces, and somebody or some people may not necessarily really appreciate it. And it's okay. Let them focus on creating the chaos and the drama and just keep rising. It has nothing to do with you. It is just something happening outside of you. And if you don't focus on it and you don't engage in it, guess what? It has zero power. With the Eight of Wands here, this is like even further telling you everything that is happening is happening for your greater good. The Eight of Wands can be communication, can be news, can be opportunities, can be, you know, something really amazing coming in. It can be even, you know, it's Cupid's arrow card, so it can even be this love coming in and getting to know you energy. This may incite a riot around you of people who don't want you to be happy, or who are going to be jealous of you, or, you know, friends or people that you thought were your friends who were only your friends because they thought they were better than you. And now you're rising, and now it's becoming glaringly obvious, like what is what here. And now they have to start some stuff to try to take away from what is happening with you. Let them. Just let them. That's what I'm getting. This is just about you with you, staying disciplined, staying true to yourself, unleashing your purpose, shining bright, and moving ahead. You know, I feel Spirit is just clearing the obstacles from you. You know, what is the Five of Wands but an obstacle? What is a tower but something built on a faulty foundation that needs to come down and that will come down regardless eventually? So Spirit is just wiping away obstacles from your path here, Pisces, for you to move forward freely and successfully. All right, let me clarify, of course. We don't ever leave a tower uncovered, but what's the Tower and the Star card for Pisces? Oh my, wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pisces. I'm getting like Pisces 4.0. You know how some people say like 2.0? I'm getting like 4.0. The Star card and the Tower are being clarified by the Four of Swords and the Queen of Coins and the Justice card. Holy shit, Pisces. This is incredible. This is like, you know how they say like the best revenge is a life well lived? This is something where it feels as though, you know, a faulty foundation here with the Tower. It's like, you may have spent a lot of time in your life viewing yourself through society's eyes, through a critical parent's eyes, through just, they were not, it was not real, or like, how do I want to say it? It wasn't based on the truth, like however this was, and it was something that needed to fall in order for you to rise to your occasion here. And with the Four of Swords here, you have finally you have figured out what swords belong to you and what swords belong to other people. And the swords that belong to other people, you have separated from yourself and kind of hung on the wall behind you. You know, and you're like, oh yeah, that is a lesson that I learned from that person. That is a lesson that I learned from that person. That person had this issue. That person had that issue. I took those things on, you know, whatever it is. But you have separated out what is yours and what is not yours. And there's a leveling out that is happening here with the Tower and this Four of Swords, and it is an energy of healing, and it is an energy of releasing the burdens and the bullshit that was never yours to carry. Literally, the people that have pushed outward in your life, or a society even that has pushed outward in your life, that has caused you to question your own foundation, or question yourself, or question your own value or your worth here with the Queen of Coins. This is what's falling, Pisces, because that isn't sustainable while your light is shining. And it's not, you can't shine your light when it's coming from this space of any sort of self-doubt at all. With Justice here, this is extremely freaking powerful, okay? Like, this is the universe even coming in and making adjustments for this to happen. So, you know, people who have wanted to keep you small, Pisces, or people who have wanted to keep you from your success, or wanted to keep you from realizing your own power, your own strength, your own, you know, part in the symphony, that there is a reckoning here. That's what it feels like, where, you know, it isn't an evening of the playing field. It is like opportunity and circumstances are rising up on the side of Pisces, and in a very powerful way. One that makes it impossible for you not to see your own value. With the Queen of Coins here, this, Pisces, the thing that you need to do, and like, who am I to tell you what you need to do? But what I feel with these cards, the Star card and the Queen of Coins, is this is about focusing on your abundance. This is focusing about everything that's going on right in your life. And even when it's like you get an opportunity, or when something goes your way, it is to be like extra grateful or extra glad about it. Because it's like bringing in tenfold, 100-fold of this energy. This is like what the purpose of this moment is, this reckoning. I don't know if this has something to do with Saturn, Neptune going retrograde in your sign and Pluto retrograde, but I don't think that's in your sign, but it's also going retrograde. Like it sort of feels like it could coincide with that, but this is like, it will be undeniable what your value is, what your worth is, who you are, what you're about, and what you're bringing to the table here, Pisces. You have to see it within yourself first, and in order for you to see it within yourself first, you have to let the tower fall. You have to let go what isn't in resonance with it. But I mean, the universe is working on your behalf, like for sure. Wow, look at that. 8 of Wands clarified by the 2 of Swords and the 10 of Cups with the World card on the bottom of the deck. And I definitely got World card energy from this Joy Expands Your Life card. Okay, so Pisces, oh my gosh, underneath that World card is the 5 of Coins, Pisces. You're done. You're done suffering. You're done feeling left out. You're done. Like, no, it's, oh, you're closing out a cycle where it feels like things were not really going your way, or it feels like there was really something impoverished or unbalanced there. It's over. It's done. The World card is here. You have this 8 of Wands being clarified by the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords is this energy of, it's self-imposed, but it's like, I can't see it. I can't open up to it. I can't open up to receive it. I'm stuck. I'm stagnant. It's, I can't, I'm not, you know, it could be I'm not ready to experience it, or it could be I'm just not able to see it, or I'm not able to feel it, or you know, I've kept getting this energy in the beginning of your readings before, where it was like you were in like a little bit of a cocoon stage and you hadn't really come out to fly like the butterfly here. But with the 10 of Cups and the 8 of Wands, you're flying like a butterfly here in a minute, Pisces. This is, and even with this 2 of Swords, you see how it's like she's standing up. She's got the swords wide open. She may have a blindfold on, but she's looking directly at the sun. You can see through that blindfold. I guarantee you can see the light through it. Like, this is, we're letting go of this energy. We're ready to experience something different. With the 10 of Cups, this is emotional contentment with another person. So with the 8 of Wands here, it feels like this energy is coming in quickly. This love, this new opportunity in love, this happiness, this contentment, this freedom from obstacle, freedom from the things that have stood in the way. Wow. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Lord. So Pisces, you have the 7 of Swords with the 10 of Wands. Like, anything that's not in alignment with you has become too big a burden. And carrying other people's burdens because they're misaligned and because they only want to see the world their way and they want to push out and make it be so because that's what they want it to be, or that's what they need it to be in order for them to survive or to thrive or to feel okay about things. We're not doing that anymore. We're not carrying other people's burdens. We're not going to take on the misalignments of others. We're staying true to ourselves. We're going to be very disciplined here, and we are only, you know, we're focusing on our true pillar of consciousness, and we're, you know, accepting that there could be multiple points of view here, but we don't need to affect them. We don't need to change them. We don't need to make them what we want them to be or what we need them to be. We are whole and complete on our own. 9 of Pentacles. We've done the work. We're sure about ourselves. We're sure about the way we're seeing things. And we're sure that it's always okay to change, that everything is always changing. My husband and I were watching a movie, not last night, but the night before. And it's funny because it was a true story. And when this event took place, I don't want to say because it's political, I was very supportive of this thing taking place. And I was just absolutely sure that our leader was right and that our leaders were the smartest and the best and all this stuff. And now I look back on the same events and you know, and I have a completely different opinion, and I feel like, oh my gosh, and I have a lot of empathy and compassion, you know, because I experienced it one way, going through it, going forward through it, and I could only know what I could know at that time, and I did the best from where I was at the time. I'm 100% sure about that. But in looking back, I am very aware that it was not the way that I was seeing it at the time. And I can accept that, and I can also learn from that, and I can also grow from that experience because I'm willing to acknowledge and admit that I was wrong. You know what I mean? And it feels like, Pisces, you know, we all always have that opportunity. You know, we all always have the opportunity to hangman a situation, to look back on the past and to gain a different perspective, or to gain even enlightenment from you know, remembering what it was like, looking through our own eyes that were very different than our own eyes are now. And this Nine of Pentacles, Pisces, is pentacle after pentacle after pentacle of time. Maybe it's, you know, when you know better, you do better, learning that lesson. Maybe it's, you know what I mean? But you have allowed yourself to change over time. You have earned your pentacles, and you are standing in a place of assuredness where you know that there can be more than one perspective, and that having a different perspective doesn't mean someone's a bad person. It means that's their perspective, and hopefully they're doing the best they can from where they're at. But it isn't your job or your responsibility to take on the burden of, you know, that person's issues. You know, anything that's not in alignment with you, you can walk away from it. You can choose to not look at it, not focus on it, not be a part of it, not engage in it, and instead look at the things that are in alignment with you and continue to grow this legacy that you're building here with this Nine of Pentacles energy. This cycle is definitely coming to a close. It almost feels like, you know, I think this came up a couple of months ago for you, actually. It's kind of like that main character situation. There can only sort of be one main character, or I don't know. I don't like to say things like that, but like just as an example. And it's like the other person was always the main character because they were always the one going, yeah, you know, having the strong opinion, saying all the things, getting their point across, like da 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 da, making you think about what they were saying or what they were talking about, rather than like ever giving you the opportunity to say, well, this is where I really stand. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like you're just not engaging. You're whatever. Okay, if that's what you think, if that's how you feel, that's more power to you. Whatever. I'm over here in my own world existing, and I don't give time or credence or engagement to energies like that. With the Page of Wands, it's like I'm too focused on what I want and what I desire in my own life and the role that I'm playing and the part that I am here to do. And it is important, and it is equally as important as what your job is. And I'm gonna focus on that, and you can just be you over there kind of energy. All right. And not, it's just, there just keeps being this energy of not letting something pull you away from it. Yeah. Yeah. Pisces, you're seeing something so clearly here with the Zero, the Fool card energy. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know if you're in this energy right now or if this is what this is all leading to, and it may be that there is something that is going to attempt to get you off your place, and you're not going to get off your place, Pisces. You're having discipline here. This never had anything to offer you, and you can see it very clearly. Well, it offered you suffering, okay? And the suffering is valuable. It is. it has value. But it didn't offer you anything solid or stable. You never became better because you engaged with this energy. You never got anything for it. Here it is telling me the thing that you got was suffering and the wisdom that came from suffering. You know what I mean? And now you're making different choices. Your choices are more informed, possibly because of the suffering, because once you know what you don't want, like if you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, you know that you will never, ever, never compromise your peace ever again to be in a relationship with someone if they're a narcissist. You see what I'm saying? You will avoid that at all costs. You will not open yourself up to that energy ever again, to the best of your ability. And that's what I see here with the Three of Swords and the Lovers, with this full card energy. It's like, I am light. I have let go of the past. I'm not holding on to any kind of imbalance or any kind of injustice or any experiences that I had where someone should have said I'm sorry but didn't, or whatever it is. It's like, I'm free as a bird. I can let that go. I don't need to carry it with me. I just also am going in a direction where I no longer need to learn from suffering and engaging with people who it's all about them. Like, they're not also learning. It's not reciprocity. It's like, it's this push out energy of, I'm the main character and I'm having my own way and you're just like a soldier and you're going to play the role that I want you to play. And it's like, you've never gotten anything from doing that. That was of value other than the suffering, you know, which it only was of value because you chose to make it of value. Because you chose that path for yourself, not because it's inherently of value and this person did you any kind of favor. It's not that at all. It's that this was the net result of engaging with someone like this, and you chose to turn it into a gift for yourself. You chose to turn it into a deeper understanding of what decisions and choices you're going to make to support your energy that you've worked hard to build and get. And that is basically that you are not going to let other people pull you off your path. You're going to have discipline and you're going to stay focused on what you want, and not about how to accommodate other people or how to try to make something work, or how to even try to, through empathy, through compassion, even giving someone else understanding, or, you know, hoping to show them unconditional love so that they can change. You're not doing that crap anymore, because all that has given you is suffering. And while you've chosen the gift and you've learned from it and you're making different decisions now because of it, you have been able to let that go, and you're free as a bird now to follow your own dreams and your own desires. And there's just nothing over here with this energy that is worth going back for, that is worth trying it again or doing it again. So, you know, with the Devil here on the bottom of the deck, Pisces, you're freeing yourself. With the full card energy, you have freed yourself from being stuck, from playing a role in someone else's life or in someone else's story, or you know, whatever, at large in society even. You have freed yourself from this energy that was keeping you stuck, and that was, you know, had created a pretty disparaging injustice or imbalance, you know, on the playing field of life kind of energy. All right, so I don't know, take it as it resonates. Oh my gosh, look at that Devil again. Yeah. Anything that is not in alignment with your authentic self, you know yourself now with the Page of Cups, and you are asking yourself, is this in alignment with me? It's like everything that approaches you, you're saying, okay, is this in alignment with me? If it is, great. If it's not, throwing it back. And you're walking away from these things that, you know, never panned out into anything solid or stable for you to begin with. I do feel like you have someone coming in. This may even be some type of secret admirer. It could be someone who has spent a lot of time thinking about you, or thinking about how to make something work with you, or thinking about how to come through here for you. I'm gonna take one. You have the Devil on both bottoms of the deck, so You know, I'm gonna take one on each. But yeah, you're pursuing your own happiness now. And holy crap. I mean, Pisces, you are free. You are free to move. There's a devil that existed internally, and there's a devil that existed externally. And you're free of both. You have justice on top of the devil, the one devil, to say, you know what, things are balancing out, things are evening out. Things will always change, and they can't stay in one direction forever. And here it is, balancing out. And the other devil, you have the Knight of Swords and the Fool card. This is freeing yourself, understanding your own truth, and giving yourself the liberation and the freedom to of even questioning whether or not your truth is of value, or whether or not your truth is right, or whether or not, you know, what you believe or where you're going is worthy. It is inherently worthy. And with the Fool card, it's like, yeah, I can free myself from all those burdens of wondering, did I do something wrong? You know, were they right? Was I wrong? You know, all of those things. There's no question here anymore. And we're not even, those things are irrelevant. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm reading, it's called The Winter King by Bernard Cornwell or something like that. It's been recommended to me like 1,000 times in my life. I've never read it. I bought it a while ago, and then it's been on my TBR shelf forever. And I had finished a book like a week ago, and I was like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna read it. Like, I know it's gonna be a good book. I need to read it. Plus, I love King Arthur's Court, which is probably why it always gets recommended to me, because it's a story of King Arthur. And this morning I was reading it, and it's a storyteller telling King Arthur's tale who knew him. Okay, that's the premise of the book. And he's saying, I asked King Arthur about his childhood, and he never wanted to talk about it. He said, what is the egg to the eagle? Isn't that freaking powerful? What is the egg to the eagle? I've thought about it all morning. I've just been like, wow, what is the egg to the eagle? That's such a beautiful, incredible thing. It's just, it keeps hitting me in waves on so many levels. And that is this energy. It's just like, what's the egg to the eagle, Pisces? You know, like, it's cracked open, its role is over, it's done. The eagle flies away and never thinks about the egg again. And that's this Fool card energy. That's this Eight of Cups energy. That's this Knight of Swords energy. It's just like, I don't even need to think about it again. It was something that incubated me into this space where I am my most powerful self, and that it did its role, it did its job, and now I can let it go and be free of it. And I don't need to reconsider it. I don't need to keep thinking about it. It doesn't need to keep playing a role in my life. What is the egg to the eagle? All right. I love when something comes full circle like that. Anyway, that is definitely this moment in these cards. All right. This book was so hard for me to get into, and I kept telling myself, just keep doing it, just keep doing it, just keep doing it. Holy Jesus. Oh my God, the Death card with the Magician on the Page of Cups. Oh, Pisces, this is like big time, profound energy. And now this book is so good I can't put it down, but I'm here, so I put it down. But what is the egg to the eagle? Oh my God. All right, so Page of Cups being clarified by the Magician and the Death card. I mean, this is a very serious transformation that ultimately is leaving you in the position of the Alchemist. Another amazing book. But this is an energy where, you know, this is your true authentic self taking up the tools of life, you know, and the limitlessness and the creating the life that we want instead of what is sort of trying to get us to play small. It's the egg, you know what I mean? Like, this is breaking free of the egg. This is you chipping, ching, 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 cracking the egg and coming out of the egg. Only you guys could really listen to me and understand me. I feel like I don't even know. Okay, I'm grateful for you guys. Thank you. You have this energy on the Eight of Cups, right? Yeah, another... first of all, usually the Strength card is the 8, is the 11 in this deck, but for me it's always the 8, even if it says it's 11. So we're getting 3 8s here. Could be a heavy significance on the 8th month of August, maybe even 8-8 Lionsgate, maybe just 888 may be significant if you see that. But look at this freaking beautiful energy, Pisces. Oh, and look at the energy on the bottom of the deck. You guys, this is why I read tarot. This right here. This is why I do it. Yeah, because there's nowhere else that this could randomly happen in such a perfect way. Magician and the Death card, and then look what we have. The Strength card, the 8 of Coins, the 6 of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Queen of Cups in a Pisces reading. In a Pisces reading. Okay, so this, obviously the Strength card is the antidote to the devil, and that's what I call it. This is where we overcome our lower vibrational tendencies. And with the 8 of Coins here, this is through hard work. And this is through choice after choice after choice, Pisces, of staying true to yourself, of staying disciplined, and rising up to your soul purpose, and believing in yourself and believing in your own ability here to overcome, and just putting the work in. And it's kind of like the book. In the beginning, it's like, oh my God, they're laying out all the characters and all the places, and they're in Gaelic or whatever language. Like, it's very, very hard to read. I just read a very quick reading book before that. And so I just got into this and was like, oh my God, I'm stuck in mud. I can't get through it. You know, but I kept saying, you know, this book came out in 1999. It's been reprinted 1,000 times. It's been recommended to me by so many different people. Like, I know I just have to stick through it. And I just kept reading it, and I kept reading it, and I kept reading it. And I was just like, oh. And then Arthur shows up, and it was like, ah, it's worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it to just stay disciplined and to just do it. Even when it was hard, even when it was grudging, even when I really didn't want to, even when I was like, maybe I should just put it down and start a different book and read that and then come back to it. Maybe it's my mood. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. I tried to play all these games with myself, but I forced myself to just stick with it and just sit with it and just keep reading it. And it is worth it. It is really, really worth it. And that's this energy with the Strength card, the 8 of Coins, and the 9 of Coins. This is progress in a very meaningful, powerful, powerful way. Not to be diminished by me comparing it to reading a book, but I think it's like, you know, if you are somebody who really loves to read or is an avid reader, you understand what I'm talking about. With the 6 of Swords, this is, you know, coming to a place of peace mentally. This is your most powerful position. Is the 6 of Swords. Really, like, as an air sign, I really feel like I love the 6 of Swords energy. Every time it shows up, I'm like, yes. Because when our mind is clear, and when we are, you know, able to guide our own ship across a clear body of water, we are able to see everything. We are able to see things so clearly. We are able to make the best decisions, and we are able to stay in alignment with ourselves. Falling out of alignment with ourselves, it really starts piece by piece. It's something small. It's an interaction with someone that makes us start to question things. And then our mind takes that little questioning or that little thing, and it blows it up, and it keeps rolling over it and going over it and going over it and going over it and going over it until We no longer feel like we're at a place of peace. We're getting a little edgy. We're getting a little irritable. We're getting a little off course. We remember when we were clear-headed and we wish we could be there, but we just have to solve this problem. We just have to process this. We just have to figure this out. And really and honestly, thinking is like worrying. It's like it's not really going to get you anywhere. It's really not going to help you figure it out. It's going to make it a lot of times more confusing, because you start throwing other things in, you start making assumptions, you start guessing at what it was, or what this is, or what that person was thinking, or what they meant, or who was right or who was wrong, or which spiritual law can fix this thing, or can explain this thing to you in a way that can help you elevate. I mean, it's just, you can play so many tricks on yourself. But when you're in the Six of Swords, this is saying, I am in harmony with myself. I have come to a place of peace and acceptance with everything that has happened to me. And I am okay with whatever comes, because I know that as long as I'm here in this place of peace, I can handle it. I can move through it, no problem. It is a place of extreme and extraordinary strength. And as long as you don't give it up, and you don't allow someone like this to push their crap on you and force you to carry their burdens. They're not your burdens, Pisces. They're their burdens. This person is trying to drop them on your shoulders. If you don't carry them and you say, nope, tough titties, I'm not taking it, you stay in your highest and best. And when you get here, it is very easy to get into this High Priestess. It's very easy to hear your intuition speaking to you and telling you, go this direction, go this way. This is what this is what that is. And when you're here, then you can be here at peace with your emotion, able to fully open to love. Fear is what takes us away from love. Fear, going, oh my gosh, you know what? They didn't call me within 5 minutes after we walked away from each other. They're probably not feeling it anymore. I wonder if they're going to want to go out a second time. What if they don't want to go out a second time? Da, 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 da. This is all happening for you to be able to rise up and enjoy this experience of falling in love, Pisces. And in love with life, in love with yourself, in love with the other, someone who's coming in. You have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and this is talking about when your manifestations come into reality. And it's beautiful. It's also a very serious soulmate relationship. It also is the potential of marriage. So I definitely feel like you have a relationship coming in, and it's coming in as you are moving through a very big transitional space yourself. And it's pretty profound, and it's pretty serious, and it's really about staying true to yourself, and letting go of the egg and being the eagle. All right, Pisces, let's get you some message cards here. You have your soul remembers this intense connection. I don't want to let you go. Do I still have a chance? And here and now, your true love is already a part of your life. That's if you're dealing with a water sign. If you're dealing with a fire sign, I really hope I don't have to wear this Band-Aid tomorrow. Like, having a Band-Aid on my thumb is messing with me. All right, if you're dealing with a fire sign, you're getting, this person is unable to give you all you deserve. We need to let each other go. I am in a committed relationship. I can't stop thinking about you. I want to start over. I wish we could go back. If you're dealing with an air sign, or an earth sign, I'm sorry, not an air sign, an earth sign. I hid who I really am from you. I wonder how you feel. An addiction is affecting this relationship. Could also be codependency. I'm not financially stable. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. If you're dealing with an air sign, someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. I can't get enough of you. I wonder if you're happy without me. Some distance will help bring clarity, and you can expect the apology you want to hear. Pisces, this is what I have for you. I really hope it helps. I hope it brings you some peace and clarity. If it does, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Until next time, guys, I'm sending you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye.